Hey, what's up everybody, it's Sky here, and this is Would You Survive for this week. First things first, the gameplay, it is a MP7 red dot, what am I saying? Red dot suppressor MOAB on Village. I think we're playing kill confirmed, 6v6. I don't know who I'm playing with, but probably Cody or somebody that I usually play with. But yeah, excuse me. Oh boy. Let's see. This was almost my first double MOAB, I guess. Like, after I got this MOAB, I was on a nice 13 or 14 streak again, and then I just kind of died and whatever. I'll get that double MOAB maybe one day. Who knows? If not, I don't mind. But yeah. So, today's Would You Survive is going to be. Oh boy, I got a couple to choose from. So we're gonna go with what someone commented. It is pretty much a stranded boat in the middle of the ocean. So the scenario is that you packed up enough food for, you know, a few hours to go, to go out in the ocean with your boat, and you end up, getting stranded because you run out of gas and you didn't really watch it, or your motor just kind of puts out or anything. I cut out the host migration there, by the way, just so you guys know. That wasn't one of the fastest host migrations, no, that was just cut out, so don't get confused. But yeah, so you're out in the middle of the ocean, your boat's pretty much stuck, and you pretty much have to find a way back home. So, or radio for help if you have a radio in your car. If you don't, you're pretty much screwed. And depending on how far you're offshore, if you can actually tell, if you could tell how far you're offshore, you might be able to swim. But I mean, with a boat that has like a motor and everything, like like the boats actually use for going out in the ocean, I doubt you're gonna paddle it back to civilization. Even though you probably could if you had enough help, but if it's just yourself, you probably won't succeed in that. And this is a nice triple feed. That's why I'm up. That's why I recorded this MOAB. It was one of my first with the MP7 suppressor red dot. So, or it is my first. What am I saying? But yeah, enough about the gameplay. I should stop doing that. But yeah, so for food wise, you pretty much have food for like a 4 or 5 hour trip. So I mean, not that much. I mean, you might pack some ice. You might have like a cooler or something. You might have like food in the cooler that's like meat, maybe some, I don't know, maybe some chips, maybe some snacks. Not the stuff where you're gonna survive a few weeks off of. So yeah, it's, I guess, hard. It is hard. It is. This was probably gonna be hard. So for entertainment reasons, you got nothing at all. You have to stare at the blank ocean and try not to get seasick. I guess because unless you're used to boating, I guess you wouldn't get seasick. But I probably would, just watching the waves go up and down and up and down and up and down. Yeah, that wouldn't be fun for me. This is a triple kill, I think, coming up here. Not for sure, but I think so. It's like a win. It's just like all of a sudden. No, that's later. I gotta stop doing that because I remember where the triple kill is. It's just that I say it too early. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so a boat in the middle of the ocean. I wouldn't be able to survive. I would either die or something. It's or I try to swim back to civilization. I mean, it would be kind of hard because I mean, I'm not like a swimmer. I mean, I can swim, but I'm not like a swimmer where I can swim really fast for a really long time. I mean, I get tired, unless I doggy paddle. Doggy paddle for like 20 miles now. But I mean, I guess it depends on how far you off of shore. I mean, if you have a working radio, and your battery still works on your boat, I mean, you might be able to get help. But I mean, if you don't have a radio and you don't have, if you're, I don't know, 20 or 30 miles offshore, I mean, you might be, I mean, depending on, I mean, by all means, I mean, the ocean could carry you farther out to, to whatever. I mean, maybe you can find an island and maybe live off that for a little while, but, I don't know. If you don't have a working radio, you're pretty much screwed. So, unless you can swim, like I said, 20 plus miles, depending on when you decide to go. Because I mean, if you stop and just kind of think, as you're thinking and eating and whatever you're doing, just to try to leave, the current, depending on where it's going. If it's going inshore, it's going to bring you in. But most of the time, I mean, you know, like a boat, like I've seen this happen. Well, I'm not really seeing it happen. Like if you sit in a pool, for instance, and you're in an inner tube, and you're just kind of sitting there, the current from like the waves will eventually either push you forward or backwards. If you guys know what I'm talking about, that's probably like the best like scenario. Like I remember sitting in the pool when I was little, and instead of going like, just kind of like staying put, I went from like the 3 feet in an inner tube when I couldn't swim, all the way over to the 12-foot range, and that was kind of scary because I went from one end to the other without even doing anything. I was just kind of sitting in the inner tube, but luckily I didn't get out and I didn't really panic. I was just like, hey, what's up? How y'all doing? But yeah, so that's you guys' turn real quick. Tell me what you guys would do if your boat was stranded in the middle of nowhere without any... I guess you would have a radio. Like I said, if your radio works, if it doesn't, what would you do? How would you do it? But yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, leave suggestions down below for next week's Would You Survive, which actually, I don't know if I will have to do it next week. Might be in a couple weeks. Just let you know. I don't know my schedule for next week, but hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, click the like button down below. And yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys later.